Hi guys.
So this has been a highly requested video. I think a few people have requested this on our videos, but we have been planning it for a while, just that we didn't have time to actually sit down and film it, so this is finally it. Then this is the so-called renovation regrets video that a lot of the house accounts actually do, but then when someone first asked for it, right, I think we had to think quite a bit for what are the actual regrets, because I think we don't actually have a lot, because I think we planned pretty well for
There's
the
not
whole...
too much regrets.
Yeah, I think we planned pretty well for the whole renovation, so that there's not a lot of regrets, and also because maybe part of our planning included research that included watching other people's renovation regrets. So we learned from those and then put that into our planning for our reno. So that's why we don't have a lot of regrets. So here's to the set of regrets that we do have.
Okay, before going deeper into the video, here's a message from our sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Hometrust, Singapore's leading interior design portal. Looking for an interior designer for your home? Fret not. Hometrust allows you to find unbiased reviews and design ideas from the best interior designers in Singapore. Simply select your house type, budget, and desired style, and you will find tons of IDs that will fit your criteria. You can easily browse pictures of completed projects and read customer reviews on the different IDs before making your big decision. Head on over to hometrust.sg or click the link in the description box below to find out more. Now back to the video.
Okay, so the first one is not emphasizing on the wardrobe doors opening on the right first.
Okay, so I think most people are right-handed, right? Then when you reach for doors that don't have handles, you tend to open like this way first and then the other way, right? For ours, when we first got our carpentry in, the first thing we realized was that you open this way first, like the left side. Then that was a little bit weird, but we kind of got used to it.
Yeah. It's not a real like deal breaker.
It's just a slight inconvenience, because like whoever comes, right, and they try to open the door, they always reach for the right door first. For ours, it's on the other side, which is a bit weird. So I guess that is a slight regret in a sense that we didn't
insist on
we didn't insist on changing the orientation of the doors.
Okay, the next one is picking cheap tiles for the majority of the house. The majority, I think, being like the living room area.
The living room to the study area. So it's the light wood tile. That one is the cheapest tile that we have. It's, I think, from China. It's like $3 after GST. So it's within the budget, which was why we picked it. But then we chose the darker wood tile, right, which is a bit more expensive. It's, I think, $3.75 after GST, which is 25 cents out of the budget. So we topped up for the rest of the house that has this dark wood tile. It's from Spain or Italy, I don't remember. I'll probably put the floor tile code here. But there is a very significant difference when they lay the tile and we step on it. So
you can literally feel the difference. Yeah.
So okay, both tiles are like a little bit textured, but when it was not clean, it's actually very slippery. Like when we first moved in after the renovation, right? You know, they have all those micro dust, and then it's very slippery. You can actually slip on the tiles despite it being textured. That's one thing. And the edges of the tiles are sharper than the dark wood tiles. So when you actually, because wood tiles tend to warp, right, because they are long planks, you can actually feel the tile against your feet. That's one thing.
And also like some of the leveling issues, like I don't think we have in our house, but if you choose long planks, your leveling must be done really well to not feel the edges.
The edges of the tile. So for the dark wood tiles, right, the sides of the tiles are significantly like rounded. It's tapered down. So when you walk on it, you don't feel the sharp edges as much. Then the most annoying thing for us was that the tiles chip very easily.
Yeah. So like it's not chipping in the corners of the tiles, which is kind of understandable, but it's chipping like in the middle of the tile. So at first we were thinking like maybe someone dropped something, right? It's like if you drop something heavy like your hammer or whatever tools, right, and then you cause a chip, that's understandable. But we are seeing it happening randomly.
So the thing is, we had the cardboard protection, right, which was meant to protect against all these kind of chipping. And when we shifted the table around, we were particularly careful to not like hit the floor. And we also put like feet padding on the table so that these things won't happen. And then one day, like right before we moved in, right, we saw it was a pretty big chip on the floor. And when we raised it up to our contractor, she said that the only way to change it, right, is to hack out that tile, which would mean that we have to delay our moving in, and it will be dusty all over again.
Which makes sense though, like if you want to fix a chip in the middle of the tile,
you have to remove the tile.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was like, at that point of time, we kind of had a deadline to move in. It was in a part of the living room that's like covered by the dining table. So I was like, can we just fill it with grout?
Yeah, but it surprisingly worked quite well though, like covering it with grout.
Yeah, so when we covered it with grout, right, it was actually pretty good. Like you couldn't find the chip because for some reason our grout matches the tile perfectly. But over time, right, like now, which is 6 months in already, you can see the grout wearing out. So there's now an indentation again.
Yeah, you can sort of see it.
And there's like more chips appearing.
Yeah. So like after we live inside this house already, and like the chips started appearing for no reason. Like we know that we didn't drop anything there. Like so it's a mystery.
Okay, so in short, I think we should have just gone for the sister tile of the dark brown tile that we have, which is 25 cents more than our budget. But I think on hindsight, topping up that little bit, right,
it may have worked very differently.
Like I think this wouldn't be on the list.
The next one is not checking grouting in the toilet thoroughly.
Yeah, so okay, we have epoxy grouting for the
Toilets,
floors. And epoxy grouting works slightly differently from the normal powder grout. And because we have dark floors, right, the epoxy grout is black. So black is quite difficult to see if you don't have good lighting. So I think they were working... Okay, so the epoxy grouting was one of the last few things to be done because they had to get it specially from the warehouse and whatnot. Some parts you can see that are not properly filled. So... And we didn't actually check it thoroughly, and we didn't bring it up in the defects check before handover. So that is one thing that I think we can't exactly get them to come back and fix now. But I guess that's why I was like raising to Nick that should we redo the toilet in 5 years when the waterproofing level warranty is over? Because then you can change like everything in the toilet, including the floor traps and stuff like that. So right now, right, because some people do the very pretty floor traps, but to do that you have to hack the floor, even though people say it's overlay. You have to hack out the old floor trap and change the whole thing. So for our contractors, they said they didn't want to do that because like overlay really voids it, but like this is worse because you're actually hacking into the floor. Then so she gave us the stainless steel floor trap, but it's not very well done, I would say. Like the cement is white and it's like everywhere. Then it makes it very difficult to clean because it's not smooth. Then that's one thing that I also maybe want to change in like 5 years time.
But I was also thinking like, what's the downside of like keeping it, right? And then like there's no real downside, so I'm not really sure if we should change it in 5 years.
My only issue is that if let's say the floor grouting wasn't done properly, then the water go in, then it will start to like pop, like water pop.
And then by that time we will have to change.
But anyways, that's not the only grouting problem in the toilet. So if you realize, our master bedroom toilet has this like chevron tile wall, accent wall for the shower. So that one is using black grout for the contrast design. And at that point of time when he was doing the grouting, there was no light in the toilet, so he couldn't see like which part was shadow and which part was filled with grout. So we had to ask him to come back a lot of times to fill the parts with holes, because like when the powder settled down, right, because it's like on the wall, the powder will drop out. So when the powder settled down, there's actually a lot of holes in the wall grout, which we actually did document earlier on. And that's one of the things that we also didn't exactly like emphasize, like, hey, you really need to fix this, because after we checked, like a lot of times there's still holes, like even now. And then that might be a problem in the future where like if water happens to go in and then it might just pop out all the tiles from the wall, and that's extra dangerous because it's on the wall, it will fall onto you when you're showering.
I don't think it will be that
it's
dangerous.
Not, as in that's the extreme end.
Yeah, that's very extreme. The normal case is that it's very okay lah.
It's not too bad lah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Because like I was looking at the grout with the guy also. Like we are trying to find all the holes, but even I couldn't find all the holes.
Because you need to shine the light
so
at different angles
we were
to
using
find
like,
the hole.
like his torchlight, and then I'm using my phone flashlight, and then we are trying to figure out where else to fill, and it's quite
and because it was done like over different times, right? The grout color changes. So the grout is a little bit patchy because like some parts were done like much later on, some parts were done earlier on, stuff like that. So that's that, but it's not very obvious.
I don't think it's a deal breaker lah. It's just more of like a thing. No?
It's just an annoyance.
Yeah.
When you see it.
The next one is not.
A lot of people highlighted this one.
Yeah, a lot of people highlighted this one, which is not checking the length of the kitchen appliances wires before settling on the height of the line 8 installation.
Yeah, so how we got the line 8 height, right, was basically we asked the contractor to recommend. And she said might as well just do it at the same height as like kitchen backsplash. So the end of the kitchen backsplash, and then just put it up there. So that's about I think 700 mm from the countertop to the base of the line 8, which on hindsight was a bad idea after we set the line 8, and then a lot of appliances couldn't reach, like the toaster.
Yeah, so actually it's
not a lot, it's just one.
Yeah, it's not really
it's not too bad.
It's not the contractor's fault because we are the one who said that it should be this height.
And it's the outside vendor.
Yeah,
it's
but
our own vendor.
On hindsight it should be I would have put it like 1.4 meters.
Maybe 20 cm down.
Yeah,
from the current height.
1.4, 1.5 meters from the ground, then it would be a more reasonable height. But then again, right, if by putting it down, the wires would have
bundled at the bottom.
Yeah, would have been bundled at the bottom. So you have to do some cable management at the kitchen counter area.
As of right now, it's not too bad. Like most of the appliances can actually fit. As in like it reaches just nice. The only issues I see will be kettles and toasters. The kettle wires are notoriously short. I don't know why. Then toaster, we settled in the end with using like a mini shelf to like bump up the height, so it fits just nice.
Which kind of makes sense now though, because we stuff things under it.
Yeah, we put things below like the pot holders, the coasters.
Not checking the direction of the handheld shower. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, right, our handheld showers are on different sides for both toilets. So for the common toilet, the handheld shower is on the right, which clashes with the bidet spray, which is on the wrong side. Because if you look at the logo, the plumber actually put it facing towards the back, so we didn't notice it. And I only found out about it because my neighbor who bought the same shower set as me after watching our videos told me about it, that hers was upside down. So I went to check. Then I realized that it was...
ours was the one that's upside down.
No. Hers was upside down. And then I went to check after that, right? And then I realized one of ours is upside down. Which is the one in the common toilet. So I was also wondering, like, why is it so dumb that the hose for the handheld shower is interfering with the hose of the bidet spray? Then I realized it was actually because it's upside down, and because the plumber installed the logo facing inward, so we couldn't see it.
To be fair, at the point in time, like we didn't even realize that this
was a problem.
This was a problem.
Yeah, until you start using the shower, then you realize that there's something wrong. And we can't flip it because the shower, the rain shower pipe is too near, and we can't turn it because it will hit the wall. Yeah, so the only way to fix it now is to actually dismantle the whole shower, turn the thing, and then put it back. So I will not deal with that.
Yeah, so like it's just a small thing that I don't think I think we can live with.
Yeah,
it's not exactly a.
It's just a little bit annoying when you want to use a handheld shower and then the bidet thing, but you just need to rearrange it a bit and then it's fine.
If you rearrange it a bit, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. Okay, not going with quartz for the service yard countertop.
This was actually a decision made. Like, Okay,
yeah, this was a conscious decision made.
The original brief we gave to the contractor was that we wanted quartz for everything. And then she suggested going with laminated wood for the service yard because
no one's gonna see it.
Not no one's gonna see it.
It's the least.
No, it's not. It's because we're not gonna use it for kitchen prep stuff. But then now that we are living here, right, we actually do use it for kitchen, like cooking things. Like the Ninja is there, the rice cooker is there. Then those are like wet things. So like when there's steam on it, then when you use the Ninja Foodie, the steam lid, right, and then you lift it up, there's a lot of condensation, so the water drips on it. And then it because we use like appliances, right, it scuffs very easily because it's white. Yeah, so if we had like quartz, right, we didn't need to be as careful with that counter.
Yeah, but the majority of the problem,
and it's easier to clean.
The majority of the problem is that it has some stains, right?
Yeah, and you can't clean the stains. It's very difficult to clean.
Yeah,
like what do you use to clean a laminate piece that is like not regular dust or marks, you know? Like it's really like, but sieve is also a bit dangerous, you know, because it's wood. You can't just like keep using water and going on it.
But anyway, it has stains.
Yeah, so the issue now is like if we had just topped up that $600 and used quartz, right, I think it would have been easier to maintain.
But I think this is up to different homeowners. Some people can live with the stains. Some like.
I mean, if it was a dark
she cannot.
piece of quartz, it's okay. But this is like white.
Okay.
And then it's like black and grey. It's very obvious. Yeah. So that I mean that's very specific to like our house, I guess.
Yeah, cause but like it's not common to see randomly like 2 quartz surface and suddenly like a laminate in some other people's house. It's very.
But as in, it was a decision made by us, recommended by the contractor. In theory, it was good, but in reality, I guess not so good.
The next one is headboard niche too small,
which is in the master bedroom, which we laughed about it when we first saw it anyway. So
but originally the idea was good though.
No, actually that's one thing I realized why it looks even smaller. On my brief, right, I was saying the inner hole is 15 cm, but theirs, right, when they made it, right, was the whole wood looking part, right, is 15 cm. So it means the hole is like minus another 2 cm, 4 cm in. So it's not like maybe 10 cm. Yeah. So the original idea was basically to make the 2 niches on the side of the bed, so the bed headboard is about 1.9 meters, and then a regular queen size bed is about 1.5. So there's about 20 cm on each side to play with. So if you take away 5 from each side, right, it's just nice 15 cm in the middle. Yeah, that was the idea. But then the way they did it was that they did 15 cm inclusive of the border of the wood color laminate. So inside now is extra small. And the original idea was to be able to have sockets there so that we can put like, I don't know, diffusers or phone chargers. But nowadays phone chargers are getting very extra thick. It's fat, it's like a brick, and then you have the cable sticking out. So like if it's this much, right, then there's cable some more. And then like it can't fit in already. So the only way you can fit in is if your chargers are like side facing. That means the cable is coming from the side or the bottom. So those are okay. Like here, this one. That's what I was filming this morning. If not, most of the time, if you put your brick in together with the cable, your cable will most likely spoil extra fast because your cable will be like stuck against the wall. I mean the wall of the thing, and then it will be bent at a 90-degree angle, which is not good for cables. Yeah. So on hindsight, after looking at the place, I realized you can actually make the headboard niche like even bigger, like eats into the bed a bit, because that part you won't actually be lying there. You lie a bit inside, so you can open up that space a bit more. But
I think it's fine like I don't really charge my phone there. Even
no, that I think it's because of this issue, right, that we don't charge our phone there.
No, I feel it's.
If I would, because normally before I moved here, right, I always charge my phone overnight. So and it's like beside me, that kind, because I have a cable running there. But now that I can't do it, so I charge my phone to 100% and then I put it beside me and go to sleep. Like I unplug it and put it beside me and go to sleep. Like it's a lifestyle change because of this thing.
Like okay lah, I seldom charge my phone 100%. before I sleep.
Unless you love, but yeah, that's that. And that's pretty much it for our regrets, which is not a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and most of these things, right, are not real like deal breaker regrets.
It's not like super bad.
Yeah.
It's still livable. Yeah, it's very livable with.
So the video took longer than expected, and we're gonna split the video into multiple parts. So keep a lookout for the next one. See you.